So we met some new characters in the previous episode. Minami Kotobuki, who I had thought her voice sounded familiar. It was, it's the same voice actor as Shinju. Or as I like to remember, as Laini. But honestly, it kind of just sounds like Shinju with a Kansai accent. Anyways, yeah, we met Minami, we met Fro, and we saw that Kana is now in love with Aqua, and that Aqua is getting a he's gonna get into a reality dating show because he wants information. And we have Ruby, who unfortunately have not done anything noteworthy, so we'll just have to see how her idol career is going to take off eventually. Fun times for everyone, but if you haven't seen my reaction / discussion to the previous episodes, I recommend you do. You can check out the playlist in the description down below. And if you like the content, remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And if you didn't like the content, dislike the video and we'll be on our way. Let's get started. Ruby's just looking. Hardcore otaku! Well, she calls her a lolly senpai. She's not even that much of a lolly. I mean, he's not wrong. She's like right in the hallway. What do you... I mean, I guess to like evade people attention at school, huh? Just a girl hopelessly in love. Oh shit! Oh yeah, it's oh she's glossing herself up. Look at her, glamming herself up, huh? Damn. You've got 20 seconds! Yeah, you better suck down that pride. No, she's got other shit to do. Yeah, she's got other things to do. Yeah, just something, yeah? Well there, girl, you think you're not cute enough? Well, that's also true. Man's down on his knees, asking. Wait. Oh, shit! Damn! Man's putting the nail in the fucking coffin right now. He's not taking no for an answer. Oh, shit! Always swayed by your heart, huh? There you go, see? Oh, the reality dating show. Look at those lines. Certainly is a line on those faces, huh? It's a dour expression. Oh! Who's that girl that I was saying who reminds me of Moeka? She got fangs? What is that? Oh, a fashion model. Why does everybody look like they got fangs? Was she also in the opening? I can't remember. An actress? MEM-cho. Oh, of course she's a fucking YouTube streamer. Who is that? Uh-oh. We've got two fucking actors acting it up. She's a YouTuber, technically, but, you know, we know about YouTubers. Oh, shit! He's just another male. I mean, his gloomy self would have worked too, you know? She's all sulking now. Aww. A little glimmer in her eyes. You want that inside scoop? Damn, dude, man's just really gonna gossip about a dead person? Hell yeah. Not turning down any jobs? Damn, Jesus Christ. Hey, you wanna come join our? Oh? What does that mean? It's love for your mother. It's not romantic love, but it's still love. Mm-hmm. Damn, the way that girl was standing, dude. Damn, dude, she's over here like, I'm a timid person. You know, she's just laying on... Oh. Oh. Oh, she's hamming it up. Damn, dude, she's out here hamming it up for the camera. Wow. I want to pick out your suitor. So stay away from dating for a while. Damn. Now you're gonna get bartered into his fucking... I'm sorry, bartered into her fucking dating life now? All these people doing things and you're not. Damn. Oh, you signed the contract, so... Gets the job done if it records 1080. That's right. It's just cats on the internet. Hell yeah, dude. Get on there. Get on the internet. But also, don't get on the internet. Oh, yeah, that is true. That's... Yeah, they have been, they've moved on over. Please tell her off. Damn. Oh my god. What a fucking theme song, brother. Oh my god. We're just watching a YouTube video now. So he basically makes... That's why... Hell yeah, dude. Look at this fucking six-pack, dude, and his fucking legs. That is true. Well, it depends on what the prank is. Oh. They're dying. Oh, look at her. She's so... You heard it is all. Oh my god. To make it seem like an hour. Mm-hmm. Understandable. Isn't that, I was thinking that, like, she was going to do the same name or similar name as, like, her mom's. Children of the Star. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Sick, sick, sick. What a fucking YouTube title, dude. I made idols do the pie dance for 1 hour, and this was the result. Ah, god. And the fact that all the fucking suggestions are just cats. Oh, cats do rule the internet. Okay, so here we have Kana doing the little ego search for herself. You know, she's gotta search up what people are talking about her. So watching it again, you can tell Kana Anima's performance is head and shoulders above others. She's just totally like, yeah, that's right. The performance of that guy who played the stalker was super creepy and repulsive, but if you look closely, he's handsome. So I don't know how to feel. He's an actor, so like... So she saw that, and she's remembering all the times. I actually really like the way that they do that. Okay, Aqua's icon is just a doggo with a displeased Lenny face, it looks like. But yeah, I really do like this part, this piece, and like the animation and the way that, you know, she's doing this, and you know that like when you're doing this, you are kind of like squeezing, pulling your eyelid up a little bit. I mean, you see me do this a lot, right? And how like I've been editing and I've been seeing myself doing this, and like my hand is just pushing my nose up, and I'm just like, wow, I look fucking weird, but. You know, it's really nice in how animation, in terms of like how they do it for the animation, it actually feels like she is touching her face. So it's very nice. And like how like her lips are very like not straight, you know, because our face aren't really perfect, and like sometimes you'll see smiles and it's like a little crooked or something. But especially if she's doing this, you know, she is kind of pulling her whole face up. So so you can kind of see like her lips is is a little bit up. I really like that. In terms of details, very nice. I had to go look at the opening because I was just like, I don't see Kana anywhere, because I expected Ruby to be in the middle. So like I'm always looking at both of these two girls, and I'm just like, they're blonde. Why? Wait, is this the YouTuber? Oh, it's MEM-cho. I only see horns. Alright, alright. Be careful when you walk alone at night. Jesus Christ. So Aqua's over here, right, with him talking about like, oh, Kana can be very empathetic, you know, I know how I know how to push her buttons. And so Miyako goes and says, if you keep pulling that stuff, one of these days it's gonna come back at you. Be careful when you walk at night. So Aqua's just out here like, well, I haven't done anything wrong, right? I feel like I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. Besides, it's not like I lied. So despite him knowing how Kana is and him pressuring her into joining, you know, all the things that he said about her, he's just like, well, I mean, they're true. They're true stuff. I wasn't lying about it. Aqua. MEM-cho. MEM-cho. Okay. Alright. Oh, now, okay, now this is the fucking fang that I was talking about. All the other people that I thought they had fangs. Now this girl right here, she's got fucking fangs. And of course, she's got the cat face too, and we know cat dominates the internet. so she's got something going there. Close coverage MEM-cho, more politely than usual. One of the balloon just says, God. Or it says COD, I don't know. It doesn't really look like a G. The more I look at it, it kind of just looks like a really bent-in C. So maybe they're just calling her a fish. I've been writing names and like I have literally have not written the names for the guys at all. I've just been written the names for the girls. Whatever. Oh, I didn't get to fucking see that. I was too busy. Also, I love Miyako just glancing at them. What a bead of sweat on her. She's just like, oh, these girls. So MEM-cho's just over here like, oh, you're so handsome. I really admire actors. And Ruby's just out here saying, my brother is critical of these cutesy girl types. She doesn't have a chance with him. Oh, you cute yourself. I'm feeling all bashful. He's oh my god, these two are just fucking. You know what? If there's something that they both can agree on, it's talking shit on Aqua. Which I actually find it really funny because, again, with me going back to the opening and me thinking about, like, is that MEM-cho who's going to be a part of the idol? Like, the third member, right? And so here's Ruby who's just like, oh, he's critical of these cutesy girl types, you know? She doesn't have a chance with him, so she's just all here, like, calculating and all that on MEM-cho. And so I'm just thinking about how funny it is that, like, potentially MEM-cho is going to be the third member. So, like, what, Komachi is just consisting of 3 girls who are just going to fucking bicker at each other. You know, it's, I'll be honest, I'd rather much have people just bickering with each other and, like, still somewhat caring for one another, you know? They just fucking bicker all the time instead of people who act nice on camera or whatever, or nice in front of other people, and then in reality, they actually don't give a shit about one another. Just saying. Must be in a good mood, surrounded by all those girls. I'll give him a talking to when he gets home. You know, it's that thing I'm thinking about with Ruby and how, like, potentially, for some reason, she might just be gay. But we'll never know, right? But it's very funny that she gets that part. That's the part that you're fucking pissed off? The fact that he's surrounded by all those girls? But we do get that, like, you know, the both of them, for Ruby and Aqua, you know, they both care for each other and all that. It's the same type of, like, you know, they bicker with each other, but reality is they do care with one another. And so with, like, the scene when Ruby talks to, let's see, after all this, right, when Ruby talks to Aqua, and then she's just like, oh, you should go and date this girl instead, you know? I'm going to be the one who pick the suitor for you. And Aqua's just like, oh, it seems like you're a person who's not really good at judging others, because he knows what sort of girl this person is, right? And so he's just like, maybe you should just not date. Oh, very fun, very fun. So we've got Yuki here asking, you're not interested in romance. And so Aqua Which is, he's just like, I'm a guy. I'm not interested in women. I'm not interested in romance. I'm a dude. We all know dudes never think about dating women. Or sorry, I don't know why I keep going for. Guys don't go out and date, unlike women. Alright, anyways. Wait, whatever. I'm a guy, right? But then he says, I've been unable to shake a past love. But he, on reflection, he doesn't know if it's romantic love. But it's still love, you know? Like, if you have love for your parents, you have love for your family, you know? You could even have love. I mean, I would hope that you have love for, like, friends that you've known for a very long time, you know, but it's not a romantic love. Love can take, it can take on many levels, you know? It could also be platonic love and all that. So here he is, he's just like, I still haven't even digested it. And she's just like, oh, so it's complicated. You know, like you get a crush on a teacher or something. It's also... then you've got to get over it, right? And I'm just thinking about this and how Yuki's just like, oh, this boy's got a complicated love and he needs to get over it. It's just my type. You know, the girl who says that she's all timid and she doesn't know what to talk about, and here she is fucking talking her ears off to Aqua. And then laying down the moves when she realized that the camera is on them. I still can't get over that it's all just cats. Cats on Twitter. Cats on... Is this supposed to be Instagram? I don't know, because this layout right here looks like Instagram. But like, I don't know, maybe this is... I haven't been on Instagram in such a long time after, you know, Instagram fucking destroyed my account and all that. But I assume this is Instagram. And then, what is this, YouTube? Could be. This is also Twitter. That's YouTube. And then this is Facebook, I believe. And then this is some fucking website that's supposed to be like YouTube, you know, maybe Rumble or something. Ah, dude. Fucking great. I assume this is maybe TikTok, actually. Who knows? Who knows? Cats. Dude, Piyeon brings in 100 million yen a year. 100 million, actually. 100 million yen. 1 million yen. Hold on. 100 million yen is $700,000? I think? My math is just getting worse and worse. In terms of like the conversion and everything. Right? 100 million. Because like it's 1 yen is 0.70 US dollars, somewhere around there. Yeah, so I'll write it in there for like, I don't know, 700k. 700k a year is, it's not bad. I mean, what am I talking about? Not bad. That's a lot of fucking money. Jesus. Also, I love that this is, you know, we have Kana, who's just talking shit because she's not like a YouTuber or anything. She doesn't do YouTube. She says she doesn't watch YouTube. And so she's just constantly talking shit. And I love that Ruby was just out here like, come on, Piyeon, go fucking tell her off, you know? She's out here talking shit about you. And so Piyeon just goes, I bring in 100 million yen a year. And Kana's just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for belittling you. Oh, God, fucking great. With this whole workout scene, and also with this part, right, with Kana having to give her like a little fucking oxygen tank. I think that's what it is, right? It's a little can of oxygen. But like with this, and they're like behind a green screen. Holy shit, it's so easy to just green screen them into some meme shit. Oh, it is so funny, the amount of meme potential that people are, I assume, like this right here. This is some fucking meme shit. Oh my god. And then with them doing the whole fucking dance, right? The whole, we had like, was it like a whole minute of this? Yeah, it's literally like a whole ass fucking minute. A whole minute of just them doing this on a green screen. Oh, fantastic, dude. Fan-fucking-tastic. Alright, so that was episode 5 of, I was gonna say Koshi no O, Oshi no Ko. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice episode. I thought we were gonna get, like, just more focus of Aqua, which I was just kind of like, it's okay, you know? But I like that we've got an equal opportunity of both Aqua and Ruby, which is kind of what we've been getting since last episode, I believe, because we kind of just had a little bit more focus on Aqua. We did kind of get a little bit focus of Ruby and how, like, you know, she's trying her best to get into the whole idol thing, but Aqua is just stopping her. So I'm enjoying seeing the path that Ruby is going on right now, and well, you know, I might as well just talk about Ruby. I was just going to say, let's go back to the beginning, but if we're going back to the beginning, we have to talk about, well, Kana as well, actually. Ruby and Kana, you know, they're gonna have a whole lot more spending time with each other, you know, whether they're gonna just continuously bicker on about each other. But again, you know, I much prefer people who fucking bicker and just fucking complain about each other, but in reality, they do care. You know, they're all just a little bunch of fucking tsunderes and all that, compared to people who act nice, but in reality, they don't give a shit. So, I do like Kana and Ruby's relationship, and how Ruby has the pride that she has for some reason, but this pride of like, oh, if I have to go and recruit her, it means that I have admitted that she's cute. And here we have Aqua, who just says, hey, swallow your pride and just go and fucking do it, because, well, Aqua is an actor, and in order to get into characters and all that, you know, he's gotta let his ego go and just let himself be immersed into the character, which is what we've learned with the previous recording of that shoujo manga live TV adaptation that we had. So it was very nice for Aqua to give that advice over to Ruby. And before we get into Ruby scouting out Kana and all that, right, we've got, well, I've already talked about this part, which I, again, very much enjoy. You know, Kana's just a poor girl in love, and who doesn't love to see it? So she gets all giddy and like excited, and you know, she's brushing her hair, she's glamming herself up just to make herself look as good as possible. You know, it's like, oh, maybe he's going to confess to me, which, sure. You do you, Kana. But she got very upset when she sees that Ruby is here. And then I love this pose of she's just like, alright, well, what is it? I'm busy myself, so you've got 20 seconds. Fan-fucking-tastic. So we have Ruby here scouting out Kana, because Kana's got the quality that could be an idol. And we have Kana, who says that she's like, oh, I'll think about it. But in her head, she's thinking about how, like, oh, no, this is not going to be the path for me, because I want to be an actor. And if I have to go into this whole idol stuff, I'm going to lose out on my on my gigs as an idol. Sorry, as an actor. And if I fail as an idol, then, like, I'm going to fail as, like, you know, it's kind of like it's kind of like what Aqua says, you know, being an idol is not really all that great, you know, you're not really gonna make all that much money. Also, somebody corrected me when I was thinking that how much idols we're making, like in USD, they're actually making like $750, somewhere around there, which, Jesus Christ, you might as well just fucking flip burgers and make more money. But we have Kana, who goes and says, this is Ruby Hoshino. There's something about her that reminds me of the genius idol Ai. So it's very interesting. I like that, like, she thinks about that for for Ruby, but she hasn't made that connection to Aqua. I mean, Aqua's very different in how he is compared to Ai, but, and of course we have Ruby, who is trying to become like I mean, Ruby and Aqua have the same idea, you know, they want to be like I, except Aqua kind of just, at first he's kind of given up on it because he knows that he'll never be like her, but now he's getting to this point where he's going to try to be like her, but, well, or he knows that he'll never be like her, but he's going to, you know, use all the tools. And here we have Ruby, who is taking the direct step of becoming like I. She is going to start up an idol group. She's going to do all the things that her mother has done. And she literally starts the name of her idol group as Komachi. So it's just like, oh, I can only assume like what the internet's gonna explode in, like, oh, it's this the reincarnation of I or whatever, you know, it's like the revival of I, whatever, whatever that whole stuff is, right? We also know Kana, who says, my keen nose as an entertainer senses the potential in this girl. And we have that shot of Kana, I, and then it fades over to Ruby, and they both have very much the same eye, but it's the meta eyes. It's the meta eyes that people can't see. They don't see the star in their eyes or anything like that. So Kana ends up getting pressured to join by Aqua, because Aqua is just out here pushing all the buttons that's going to get her to comply. As he says, Kana can be very empathetic and she's susceptible to pushiness. So despite her saying no, he just kept pushing. He's just like, come on, I need you to come and join, you know? As he says, I feel safe. I would feel safe if you're there with Ruby. Ruby needs someone to hold her back at the very least. Kana ends up joining the Strawberry Productions, and she is now going to be a part of the idol group with Ruby. So how fucking fun for her. They also, as I mentioned before, the both of them, despite them bickering with each other, if it's talking shit on Aqua, they are very united. You know, in terms of caring for Aqua and all that, they're both very united on that. And so the next thing for Ruby is trying to make a name for themselves, which we see Miyako coming in, and they also haven't had like the name of the group yet. Anyways, we have Miyako coming in with her camera, and she says as we've learned, Strawberry Production have stopped the whole idol stuff, but they have been focused more on creating internet personalities. So this whole internet stuff is their game, and it's very nice that here is Miyako bringing them onto the internet, because as she says, in the old days, the idols had to like give out pamphlets and they had to do collab shows with other idols on stage and all that, but with the new era, they can just fucking do it on the internet. They're gonna get popular on the internet. We've got all these YouTubers, we've got all these internet personalities. And so she invited one of their top earners, Piyeon, who is a strength-based workout YouTuber. Man's really out here just walking. He really came from his house? Or wherever, you know, maybe he has an office or something, but he really came from his house in just a spandex. Sorry, not spandex, in a fucking Speedo. and a fucking mask on, which, honestly, if he doesn't get stopped by the police, I am very surprised. But it also says he's very popular with elementary and middle schoolers. I mean, I'm glad that he's somehow, hopefully, getting kids to work out as well. But, you know, you do you. He's a YouTube Kids sort of person. Okay, anyways, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was the idea that they wanted to do for the collaboration, because as Piyeon says, one of the best and fastest way to get subscribers is to do a collaboration with a much more famous YouTuber. And honestly, very understandable, you know, it's when it comes to YouTube, it's sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. But that also goes for like working in corporate as well, you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know, and it's the connection. You gotta network and all that. So very, very understandable. That's what Piyeon decided to do, you know. He's got a very popular channel, and if these two girls who currently have no status for themselves want to make a name for themselves, they might as well collab with him and get their name out there. And with the video that he has right towards the end that says, be Komachi, I made idols do the pie dance for 1 hour and this was the result. You know, that's a very nice way to garner attention, especially if he has a channel that's very popular. I really can't see what it says in terms of like the amount of subscribers that he has. Does it say he has 200,000? I can't figure out whether that says that or not, and then I also can't tell whether that says like an hour ago, like it was uploaded an hour ago and it has 15k views. Is that what it says? 15k? Or maybe it's 15 million. I don't know. I wouldn't actually, if it says 15 million, then the one above would say 200 million, which would make it extremely fucking popular, and like that's not possible. because Mr. Beast is currently like the most popular one right now, and he only has like 120 somewhere around there. Hold on, I have to look at Mr. Beast's account again. He is at 152 millions. Okay. Anyways, with the whole collaboration stuff, Kana was talking about, or Piyeon was talking about how like, oh, maybe I can go and prank you and all that, you know, that's the whole idol shit. Kana's just over here, sorry, Ruby's just over here like, if you tell me that you're gonna prank me, then how's that gonna work? Because I already know that you're gonna prank me. To which, usually it's just like, well, you don't know what sort of prank, you know that's happening, you just don't know what is going to happen, right? So like they get told beforehand, and so they know that they're not gonna be sleeping with anybody or anything. And we see after Kana says like, this is what happens all the time, this is how it is in the entertainer industry, and Ruby says, but this will be our first job. And then we see her, you know, do a little shocked surprise face as Ruby says, I don't want any lies. And this is very reminiscent of in this shot. I mean, it's very reminiscent of but I think I thought that was very funny that she wants to be truthful, you know, she doesn't want any lies, when we know from is that she lies. But the thing with her is that in her heart, she feels like if she lies enough, kind of like what she says, like, I've never really felt love, so if I lie enough and say that I love this person, or I love whatever, you know, hopefully that this lie will become the truth. And so it's very fun because, as we know, eventually, as in her death comes to a realization that this lie that she feels like she never said I love you to her kids because she feels like she doesn't want to, you know, lie to them. But towards the end, she finally finds love and all that yada yada, whatever. But again, we know that for the most part, she has been lying, and that was the thing that Ichigo was talking about too when they were at the show with all these producers. You know, when just came back from her maternity leave that nobody knows about, and Ichigo's just like, hey, yeah, this is my number one liar, this is right here. And it was kind of what he said to when he scouted her as well, right? He's just like, hey, lying is just part of the fucking idol job, you know, you can just fucking lie until it finally becomes the truth, somewhere around there. And I find it very fun that here is Ruby, who is going on her mother's route, but she wants to be truthful. She wants to be her realist self, right? And it really does feel like an evolution of because, you know, we're gonna have this whole comparison of Ruby to and so it does feel like that sort of evolution of like, because is the person who lies until hopefully it becomes the truth, and now here's Ruby, who is her daughter and wants to become an idol, but she doesn't want to lie, she wants to be truthful. So it's very nice. I really like this this whole progression thing that we've got going, and I really like that because she doesn't want to lie. This is why they ended up doing the whole 1 hour shit. It was very fun with Piyeon saying like, oh, I was just going to cut it to make it look like you guys have done it for 1 hour. So I was surprised that you guys actually went on and do it for a whole hour. So I really like that. Even with this whole 1 hour thing, she's not going to lie to herself, and she's going to go at it for the whole hour. And we see that she was just out here fainting right after the hour ends, and she needs like a little oxygen mask on her. So yeah, it's very nice. I am really liking this progression from to Ruby. Again, with Ruby deciding to call the idol group Komachi and all that, we'll just have to see what Miyako reacts to that whole fucking spiel. Also, I have to say, if Piyeon was going to record this and put it on his YouTube channel and all that, why didn't he just bring his gears? You know, I assume they've got like the gear there, but like there was a whole green screen, so like I don't know, is that also a part of the studio in Strawberry Productions, or like did they go back to his? Does he have a studio? Anyways, I was just thinking like he could just brought his camera, but then again, he didn't have a backpack on him, so where was he gonna stuff that, in his Speedo? In one of his fucking abs? But that's basically the end of the Ruby discussion for right now, and I was about to just end the discussion right here, but then I forgot that I have not talked about Aqua yet. So in Aqua's side of the story, right? He's, well, I've already talked about, this whole thing about how he says that, you know, he technically did manipulate Kana, but the things that he said about Kana was the truth. And so we've kind of got this whole other thing, which we have, which we've known as he goes and talked to, what is her name, Yuki, right? So as he's talking to her, and she talks about the idea of romance, right? The idea of romance. You're not interested in romance, and I've been unable to shake a past love. And so we know that I is somebody that he's still thinking very dearly about, and he's very, very desperate in wanting to avenge her death, because her death is very untimely. And so, like, it kind of feels like he sorta already has some sort of affection for Kana, and we know that Kana is the person who dragged him back into the whole actor ring, right? Because he wasn't really planning on doing that until he met Kana again, and again, she pulled him in. But he's still kind of just covering that in the idea of it being his revenge plot. You know, it's because Kaburagi, he knows Kaburagi is a part of her, a part of Ai's contact list, and that's why he's here and all that. But again, it is Kana who is bringing him back, and it is Kana who got him to put 100% into his acting as the stalker. Kana is currently at a very important area, an important person for Aqua. He's just again, just kind of disguising it as like it's just part of his revenge plot. And also with him saying the things that he said to Kana is the truth, and how he says, I feel like Ruby would be very safe with you here. So it's very nice, very nice. And it's just as he says, I've been unable to shake a past love. He just needs to get over this hump that he's been on for a very long time. He just needs to get over that hump in order for him to perhaps come to some sort of realization. We won't know what this realization is, but we'll find out when it finally ends. But with this dating show, we got to meet some new characters like MEM-cho. Hope to see more of her in the next episode or so. That will be fun. And we've got to see another character. Hold on. These two dudes I do not care about until they give me more info on them. But until then, I don't give a shit. And so we have this other new character, Akane Kurokawa, and she's an actor, and Kana is just over here like, I know her. You know, and she's just like, yeah. And when Ruby's like, oh, so, well, actually, no, Kana is just like, oh, it's her. And Ruby asks, oh, do you know her? And she's like, yeah, kinda. So we'll have to see what Kana thinks of Akane. But right now, from what we see in Akane, she is an actor, and she's currently taking notes on what she's doing. You know, perhaps she's very serious on her acting. Perhaps she might not feel like she's as good as she could be, and so she's taking notes, and she's studying up on what she needs to do. And also, this is a very much an improv sort of situation, right? It's a reality TV show, so there really isn't any script, but there will be points in like the direction where the director wants them to go to. Right, so like they're gonna try and push them into certain points, but everything is for the most part an improv. So here she is asking, I assume this is the director, because he's the one who's giving her directions. Right, he's just like, oh, so next time, you can show a little bit of closeness to the people that you're one of you guys are supposed to fall in love or whatever and become a couple or whatever. We've got that girl, and the next girl is Yuki Sumi, who we currently have the most information on at the current moment. She's just out here talking with our boy Aqua, and it's so funny. She's just over here like, oh, so there's no script, and like, hold on. So they don't really use scripts on these shows. I have no idea what we're supposed to talk about. As she goes and says, I don't know what we're supposed to talk about. I'm actually really timid. I'm timid and unable to put myself out there, and I'm not a skilled conversationalist either, she says as she continues fucking talking. I bet I'll get overlooked. Aqua tells her, why'd you get this job? And she just continues fucking talking. And she's like, the public phase of my agency, it has a policy of not turning down any jobs, which is kind of sus, but alright, like, any job? Alright. Anyway, she says she sucks up all the work, So the public face of I assume the president, she sucks up all the work that comes into our agency. So I'm basically free year round. She's basically free year round. So like she's not doing any work. Who is she that is sucking up this work? The public face of your... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Cause like I was thinking like she's free all year round, as in like she's on call all the time. So they're always putting her on call. But she also goes and says, I wanna put up a struggle, and then Kaburagi got in touch. It was good timing. Plus, I've never been in a romantic relationship before. Oh, get out. Come on, I'm telling the truth. I'm still a first-year high schooler. Which, again, the whole fucking timid shit. Don't know how to start conversation. Here she is fucking talking Aqua's ears off. As we can kind of see, Aqua's just talking about his past love, and as I had said, you know, where she's just like, oh, it's complicated, you need to get over it, it must be my type of guy. So she says, did you hear? The couple from last season kissed at the end. I still cannot get over this, by the way. This is, holy shit, dude, her fucking back is, like, bent. Because, like, the lower half of her body is straight, and she's just over here, like... Fantastic, dude. Anyway, Aqua's like, yeah, I did some prep work for the show. And she gets up right close. I was worried there might not be any quality guys, but I might be able to do a kiss if it's with you. And she's just over here laying down the fucking moves. Like, what the fuck, dog? Ruby and Kana are gonna get fucking pissy when they see this episode. So yeah, we're seeing that Yuki's got something more to her, and also if somebody could explain to me what the fuck she was talking about with her agency, and like what do you mean by what does she mean by she, and what does she mean by all year round? I assume it's like that's the literal term. She's free all year round. She's not doing anything. She's not got work a lot, and she says I want to put up a struggle, and I don't know if somebody could just tell me that, just rephrase it, perhaps also in layman's terms as well. That will be nice. I'm a stickler for words, so I tend to just confuse myself over a lot of things. Then, and you know, I just backtrack everything. You know, when I feel like I'm close to getting an answer, my anxiety just tells me that I'm wrong and I'm fucking stupid. So I backtrack and I just end up confusing myself. But yeah, these are the players in our reality dating show. Again, once they actually give me more information on the guys, I'll start giving a shit about them. The only thing that they've shown me about the guys is that they like talking to each other, so... That's the twist right there. It's just these two dudes get together with one another. Oh my god! Well, that will fucking break the internet. Anyways, continuing with this scene, you know, he's over here, oh! And she says, behind me, a camera's recording us, don't look at the camera, right? And she's like, I'm sure they'll use this in the show, as she just fucking walks off, let's get along, okay? And it's like, he's just over like, damn, dude, she's got a nice personality. Timid? I think not. And she's like, oh, this is how it is with reality TV shows, or reality shows, so... he's learning the whole acting spiel in a different type of show. So it's like he's gaining more experience. He's out here getting more work than Kana, I guess, at this point. in the show, anyways. I'm sure Kana's worked a lot before she met up with Aqua. But I think that's pretty much it. We've just got Aqua doing his own spiel, but we've got a lot more progression for Ruby, so that's very interesting. And as I mentioned before, for Ruby, with her talking shit about MEM-cho, and I feel like it's MEM-cho who's going to be the third person, but again, that's probably, I don't know, maybe that's a wrong thing. Maybe I'm just mistaking her for somebody else. Who knows in the opening, but we'll just have to see how it goes. But again, it was a very nice episode. I enjoyed it. Always nice to see more Kana. Kana is just great. Gotta love a girl who is a hopeless romantic. But if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.